The car magazine Caterham Academy caters for drivers in their first season of circuit racing. It's a grid full of novices. Make that 2 grids, because there are so many applicants to the academy. They're split into 2 groups, the white and the green. Daniel French is the green group championship leader ahead of Toby Clowes. Graham McDonald, Caterham CEO, is third as we get set here at Snetterton. Pole position for race 1, the green group, is Matt Shepherd.
If I can basically hopefully finish first or somewhere on the podium is kind of the target. A lot depends on what the guys behind do, and normally the person who's leading most of the race can quite easily get nabbed on the last corner because it's quite a long straight to the start-finish line.
Outside of row 1, championship leader Daniel French.
I think I can probably move forward throughout the race, but I'm not entirely sure because there's a big toe here, so I've got a couple of people behind me that are pretty fast people as well, so it's going to be a challenging race, let's put it that way. I'm looking forward to it though. It's been a good experience so far, really, really good.
And then on the second row of the grid is James Murphy.
One thing we've learned as we've been practicing, testing track days is that the toe is a big thing around here, and so therefore if you're in the kind of top 5, 10, everyone's got a chance, and that's, yeah, third is great, but the one thing I guarantee is I probably won't be third come the end of the back straight, let alone the first lap.
Caterham Racing always delivers bags of action, and the Academy started its season with 2 sprints. They went to Aintree, they went to Kerborough, they've raced since at Brands Hatch and at Donington. We're about to go racing. 5-second board is displayed, a busy grid set to be unleashed. From pole position, Matt Shepherd in the yellow car, alongside him is Daniel French, and as the lights go out, it is blast off. A good getaway from the outside of the front row by Daniel French, who cuts across and defends. And Matt Shepherd has dropped back in the pack, hasn't he, on the run down towards Riches for the first time. Through they turn, lots of tyres squeal, and for many of them, of course, as you see 21 Johnny Jarrett go through in the Oatmeal Motor Company back car, this is another new experience. They've never raced here before. One goes all agricultural already, and at the Wilson hairpin, Daniel French hangs on to the race lead. Through the hairpin, short straight and then down towards turn 3. On board here with James Murphy. He won the sprint at Kerborough, sawing away at the wheel, and ahead of him he sees somebody getting it all wrong there. Makes his move now up the inside, down towards Agostini, levels and goes through ahead of Matthew Creek, who'd made a really good start from the 3rd row, but Creek, oh so nearly, comes unstuck. He loses 1 place, but that big slide, it could have been a whole lot worse for him. Out of Agostini they turn towards Hamilton. Good little battle going on up front here. James Murphy then second ahead of Matthew Creek after his demon getaway, but while they have squabbled, the leader has got away. Daniel French here is trying to make good his escape. Now normally in a Caterham race it is very hard to make a break, and you almost don't want to be leading until the last 5 minutes because they're always going to slipstream their way past you. But the other side of the coin is that if you can make a break nice and early and get away to a point where it's impossible for the slipstream to get you back, then you might as well take that opportunity. And so Daniel French is doing just that early on, building up the gap over the rest. Neil Wright there, started at the back of the pack. Everybody, of course, with a novice cross on the car as they head down towards the S's this time. Everybody has found somebody to fight against as well. So left and then right, there's a yellow flag waving for the marshal's post. So somebody has had a moment further up the road as the cars turn through. In 8 is John Isherwood. There he is. And there, more drama coming out of the bomb hole. Graham McDonald is involved in all of that. So too is Toby Clowes, second in the championship. And he was the man that won the Donington race. So Toby Clowes in strife. He'll be able to rejoin, but he's got a lot of work to do now. And all of this just playing into the hands of Daniel French, who's getting further and further away up front. Up to the timing line they come. John Isherwood blasts through. But Daniel French then, who has had 2 wins already this year, Aintree Sprint, Brands Hatch race, and here you see Toby Clowes getting it wrong, and Graham McDonald had nothing he could do really in avoidance. He was actually lucky not to have been collected. Yes, he was forced off the road, but he could have been T-boned and be staring at a big repair bill now. Thankfully he got away with that. Through goes Daniel French in the lead of the race, then there's a gap. Through in second place James Murphy, then there's a gap. This is unprecedented. The battle is on behind, where you've got Neil Fraser squabbling at the moment with Matthew Creek, trying to get himself back into the mix after his slide on the opening lap of the race. So there they are together. 25 is Fraser in the orange car, and then up behind him is Matthew Creek as they arrive at the Wilson hairpin this time. Up front, Daniel French is getting away all the time, though, building up this advantage and pushing on. He's got the fastest lap of the race to his name as well. Everywhere you look, there are battles raging on around the Snetterton circuit, except for the top two places, because French has got away from Murphy, who's got away from this fight. This is for third, and it is Neil Fraser ahead of Matthew Creek. And then look at the next little pack all queued up. Paul Steed at the head of it. Johnny Jarrett is next. And then the recovering Graham McDonald is tucked up behind him. On board here with Jarrett sprinting his way up from Agostini. All of these cars road legal, Caterham 7s in full road legal trim. They've got 125 brake horsepower Ford Sigma engines. And this, the replay of the start on board with Jarrett. Blast away up through the gears here. He's on the outside line, gets himself level with Neil Fraser. It's very, very busy ahead. He's on the outside line. And then as they turn into Riches, he starts to drift out. You can hear the tyre squeal. He runs a little bit wide, loses a spot to Fraser, who comes back up the inside. These cars all with an open diff. They have 13-inch Caterham Motorsport wheels and road legal all-weather treaded tyres. So very much a road car for the track. They're locking up. Is Graham McDonald. He's got Johnny Jarrett tucked up behind him, and Jarrett too is under attack from Paul Steed. Plenty of good battling going on here. It's a championship in which there's this mix of racing and sprints, but also you get bonus points if you go flag marshalling. So if you go and do a day's marshalling, there are 5 bonus points in the championship to pick up as well. Through the infield they turn, and then ready to hit Bentley straight once again. Johnny Jarrett was trying to attack earlier in the lap. Now he's just defending, and Paul Steed, running himself out a little bit wide, drops back slightly there, coming on to Bentley straight. There is the second place car of James Murphy, the race leader already long gone. But have a look at this, 5th and 6th and 7th all over the road as they dive down to the S's. Jarrett trying to close again on Graham McDonald, but also trying to keep Paul Steed behind him. Into the left, into the right at the S's they turn now. Right-hander of Bombhole and down towards Corham, and somebody is off the road in high-speed fashion there, and from the back of the grid that is Neil Wright, who's got it wrong. So that's a write-off. Neil Wright all over the grass, he's facing the wrong way, and this is how he got there. I think it was all self-induced. Braked a little bit late, turned in, gave it a welly fall, but just he'd already run out wide onto the dirt, and then as he had the power applied, lost traction. Battle still on for third here. Neil Fraser versus Matthew Creek, who goes to the outside. Lots of task wheel. In fact, the task wheel noise hangs in the air. Neil Fraser hanging onto the place as again Creek tries to make his run up against him. Down towards turn 3 they come. The Caterham Academy continues to be a huge success in this, the 60th anniversary year of Caterham cars. More task wheel, more spins, and round there has gone Mark Treadwin. And now he's got to wait for a gap in the traffic. So thankfully everybody avoided him, but he's got a long, long wait before he can get going. Through Agostini, turns the fight for third spot here. To the inside line, tries to go Matthew Creek, but he can't do it. Replay of the start on board with James Murphy here. Certainly bogging down off the line was Matt Shepherd, and he is down in 7th place. He's never really been able to recover from that, but it was a great start by Daniel French to grab the lead. And French has continued to extend that race long. Through into second, sideways up the inside. Matthew Creek, good start from the third row. But here is the man of the moment, and heading for a third win of the season as well. He's won a sprint, that at Aintree. He's won a race, that at Brands Hatch. And now a second race win is heading the way of Daniel French coming into Bombhole. Through the right, up a gear, into Corham. Turns his way through. Again, the tyres, the road legal tyres, squealing in protest. And the final left-hander beckons. He heads down through the gears now. Skim the curb on the inside, line it up, shoot to the checkered flag. It's going to be a race win for Daniel French, who has absolutely dominated this round of the BRSCC Car Magazine Caterham Academy. This, the Green Group, and this, the third win for Daniel French, who comes across the line to win by a huge margin. We're still waiting for James Murphy to come by. Here you've got Neil Fraser and Matt Creek heading up towards the line for third and fourth places. There is James Murphy, 12 seconds back in second place. Neil Fraser will take third for the podium ahead of Matt Creek, and then it's going to be Graham McDonald, Caterham's CEO, for fifth, and sixth to Paul Steed. Johnny Jarrett, meantime, accelerating to the line as well. He's going to round out the top 10. There's the flag as the rest of the field files through. An excellent drive by Daniel French. He scores a third win of the season. Dan French it is who comes out on top, 12 seconds clear of James Murphy, with Neil Fraser keeping Matt Creek at bay. Graham McDonald is fifth, Paul Steed rounds out the top six, and poleman Matt Shepherd down in seventh spot.
Lap after lap, I just pounded them in, trying to be consistent, not make any mistakes, and yeah, I just pulled out a gap. I was well happy, really, obviously. It's the best that I could do, so I'm ecstatic. Really, really good for the championship as well, so brilliant result, well happy.
Chasing Dan French is it's easier said than done, and to be honest, after a few laps I decided that second would do very nicely, and I brought it home, managing the gap back to third and fourth. They looked like they were having a cracking race. I'm looking forward to watching it back.
How do we stand in the championship now? Well, Daniel French has a 14-point lead over Toby Clowes. Graham McDonald is third, Matt Shepherd fourth, and then it's James Murphy fifth from Matt Creek in sixth. The other half of the Caterham Academy entry is good to go racing, and they'll be on track after the break.